I would like you to take that again because I'm not very clear about what you just
Y-
said.
Yeah,
Can you tell me about yourself again?
my name is Bola Akisanya. I'm a Nigerian and I reside in Ghana. I'm the MD and CEO of Capwell Elite, a company that is into logistics and facility management. We work with a lot of telecom here in Ghana. And I also am the DG of campaign to Sowolu in Ghana and the founder of Koleade Memorial Foundation, an NGO that we established in honor of my late father. So that's who I am. I'm
And what is
married
your
and I have two
NGO
kids.
about?
Yeah, we're about community development. We are into educating our community. We empower people in our little way, especially in the contemporary IT world. It's just a community, our own little contribution to our community to immortalize my late father's in my little
What kind of
immediate
empowerment do you
environment.
do?
We've done a couple of things. We've done social media. All these things are on our website, and my Facebook in particular. We did empowerment, youth empowerment through e-commerce. How people can take advantage of social media to leverage on social media to help themselves, to empower themselves, and we give little cash to them in order to buy food and get to do all this on social media. And we've done a lot of competition in the primary school in my local government in Egbedimu and it got to look LCDA. We've done competition where we give first prize 100,000, second prize 75, and third prize. And we've done few things in the area of cleaning the drainages and all these things. So, and we've renovated. Like for me, the primary school I went to, a public primary school I went to, we changed their toilet, their watch toilets from the pit one to a WC water, the WC system. We've done a lot of things at the community level.
Okay. Honorable Bola,
Yes, I'm with
why
you.
Tawolu?
Yes, Sawolu, because first of all, APC is my party, and Sawolu is a sellable candidate. Looking at his profile, you can see how he has grown from the corporate world into the world of politics. And what he has exhibited is capacity and character. And I feel like if given the opportunity, it will transform Lagos to Lagos of our dream. Just like the tag for Greater Lagos. Lagos is great, but we want to make it greater. People before him, like the present governor, have done excellently well. His predecessor have done remarkably well, and he's taking it to the next level, just like what we normally say in APC. So he's taking it to a greater Lagos.
So, how does it function? You are in Ghana.
Yes.
Nigeria is in Nigeria.
Yes.
Lagos is there. How do you operate your campaign from Ghana to Lagos or from Lagos to Ghana? How is it effective on ground in
First,
Lagos?
yeah, first of all, politics is local. Uh, I play my politics from my immediate environment in Nigeria because that's my grassroots. That's where I grew up. So I play the local politics, and I also taking advantage of where I reside to also propagate.
You play local politics from Ghana or you visit Nigeria
No,
often.
I visit Nigeria on monthly basis. Ever for the past 3 4 years, I've been constant because I've been very much on the ground. I play the local politics, and I also want to take advantage of my presence in Ghana to also propagate the good work of my party, and that is why I also make myself visible in the arena of APC, within APC community here in Ghana, because we have a very huge sizable amount of community, and we are
How
doing
many
great work.
members are the APC members in Ghana?
We have more than 400 people on our list, and we have more than 100 active member. Some are not that active, but on our register we have
Are
more
you
than
saying the
400.
400 people are in the same party, or they are also in the PDP?
No, no, no. Register with APC, having their membership card. We have over 450 something members as at present time.
Really?
Yes,
Where in
Nigerians in
Ghana are
Ghana
you?
are.
Are you in Accra or where?
Yeah, I'm in Accra. Yeah, I live in Accra.
Okay. And upcoming election, how
Yes.
effective? What are you doing for them to secure the seats?
Yeah, just like we've been telling our loyalists, our sympathizer, that you see, just like in every match, you play first half and you play second half. Sometimes you play first leg and second leg. We have played a good first leg and we've win convincingly. And we cannot be adjourned uh, a winner, without winning the second leg, because they say politics is local. We don't take it only from the central point. We take it to the grassroots, which is at the state level, and that is what we are doing now. We've market ourselves well, at the presidency, and the margin is an evidence of how the acceptance level in Nigeria. People have shown that they are confident. They have confidence in the leadership of Mohamed Buhari, our president, and we want to replicate this at the state level, because in politics, anybody who understands politics, it is much easier when you operate and you have a synergy from the state level to the national level, and that is what we want to establish in Lagos, to make sure that we also win the election. And we have no doubt this will be an easy work, because based on evidence of our performance in Lagos, what we have made Lagos to be for the last 20 years, and I'm sure Nigerians are so Lagosian in
What
particular.
have APC done in Lagos? I want you to point out two or three things that are
Yeah,
very
first
important
of
if you
all,
can.
Lagos State is the third largest economy in Africa.
Yeah.
Lagos, and is the hub, the commercial hub of the nation. That is on paper now and in practical. And now coming down to explain what we
Are you
have done.
talking about generating fund or the population?
No, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of commerce, it is not generating funds. It's not just about generating funds. What have you turned Lagos to be? It is the hub, commercial hub of the nation. That is, it's an achievement in the first place. Without Lagos,
But
there is no Nigeria.
somebody from Delta will disagree with you because they produce oil.
They produce oil, but is the oil being is it in circulation in Delta? When you produce something that is being taken out, you can take credit. It's just like we do cocoa, and your cocoa is being taken out to be reproduced into chocolate to be sold back to you. The growth of the economy, the GDP, should be a reflection of what you claim to be. And I cannot begin to argue with somebody in Delta. He's entitled to his opinion. But I know without Lagos, there is no Nigeria in terms of business. Not even only population, but we have transformed Lagos from the era of the military to now to be something that is enviable by everybody. Our transport network is massive. The road network is something else, and we are developing. We are not there yet. We are not there yet. Just like Asiwaju have started it, Lagos has its roadmap. He has his master plan, and thankfully, successive governments are key into that master plan, into that roadmap. To continue to develop Lagos in terms of commerce, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of human capacity, in terms of security, and we've been growing, and we are envy of other
But that is
states.
a problem. That is a problem in Lagos recently after the general election, the presidential election, between the Igbo community that are doing business. I was told, or we were told in our studio, there is a lot of problem in, for example, Oshodi and Isholo.
Yeah, I think what happened in Oshodi after the election was just, there is always leadership tussle, in every market. And the people at that market, I think they said they were having some issue where they said some shops should not be open, but it is unconnected to the election. The only one connected to the election is what happened in Okota, where some election materials were being taken by some hoodlums, and they attacked them and all that, and some people want to interpret that to be a violence that has marred the credibility of the election. They just want to play into that political gallery. But just like it is done in every election, there's never been a perfect election. There will always be one or two incidents, just like in the United States. They are still investigating some what they tag interference, and people are being jailed. People are being going through court process to establish something, and so it shows that it's not perfect. There's no perfect system, but we'll continue to work on it. But in terms of Lagos has shown that they are accommodating. They is is multinational,
Multicultural.
yes, cultural, yes. So that's what we have. Everybody is there. That's why some people target no man's land, even though the land belongs to some people. I'm a Yoruba man, but the Lagos that I claim to live, thank God for the national structure. But I'm not originally from Lagos. I'm from Ogun State, but I was born and bred in Lagos.
Where in Ogun State? Where exactly?
I'm from Ikene local
Ah, Ikene
government.
local government.
Yeah, I'm from Ikene local government.
Okay. So tell me, what is your government? If Sanwo-Olu should win, what are your
Yes,
plans against corruption? I'm talking locally in Lagos. I'm not talking nationwide. You are
yes.
restricting it there.
APC in Lagos is a section, is a part of the national APC. And regardless of how we want
But what
to
if I
have
tell
the
you I want to
autonomy,
separate? What if I tell you I want to separate?
yeah, it's okay. It's
I
okay.
want you to talk strictly on Lagos State.
Yeah, what Lagos have has always been, you see, displaying and exhibiting a good dividends of democracy. And there is no way you can have good democracy if you don't have a workable system, a system that is progressive in nature. And how do you have a progressive system? Is when you are able to block the leakages, prevent corruption, or bring it to the barest minimum. And that has been what Lagos has been doing, because they digitalize most of the system in terms of how they raise their revenue and all this system. When you do that, you are trying to prevent any form of corruption. And when you have a good government, especially leadership like what we have with Ambode and Fashola, you have to key into it, because what they give is good governance, and good governance cannot be without accountability. It can
Okay.
never be. So, and that's what they have done. Lagos, that's why Lagos is able to progress, systematically. It's just like it's an automated system where things take its course. And you see progression, because it's not about one person. It is not about individual.
When you say Lagos have progressed,
Yes.
can you point out precisely in what way? Because okay, they fixed some road, but if you go to Ikotu now, there is still a huge hold up.
Yes, looking at the huge population in Lagos, it will take a longer time to perfect the infrastructure, especially the kind of demand you have. Look at Lagos is unique in such a way that we look at from our airport, our state government feel like what a national government should be doing, we want to help them to do it better, so that people can have a good picture of what Lagos is. Because when you drop from the airport, what you want to see is the impression, what you see will be the impression of what Nigerians should look like. And that is why government of Lagos have taken it upon themselves to fix the road from our international airport. And that is what leadership is about. It's
I
not
don't
always going to
understand.
be
To
about
fix the
you.
road from international airport, what does that mean? I don't understand.
what it means is that we are taking national responsibility. We are showing leadership.
Is it because it's the same APC, or you
No,
think?
regardless, even when Fashola was there, he was fixing some national road.
Well, is
It
it
just
is that not political to?
no, it's not political. What it means, see, what people fail to realize, sometimes we can divide the responsibility and begin to look, these are federal road, these are state road. But unfortunately, it's the Lagosian that suffers. The Gaussian flagged this road, they paid their taxes. So they don't want to waste the productive hour in traffic. And that's why we have been making that conscious effort to tackle issue of traffic, our road network. Every day we are always working
Okay,
as a
let me
party,
take
as a
with what
government.
with what you've just said now. Let me take you to security. I understand it's a federal responsibility, but then what will Sanwo-Olu do about Lagos security? Because I got to find out, for example, in the area of Ikotun, and because I have a building in Ikotun as well, my neighbor was attacked. It happens between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. Even me, when I was in Nigeria, I slept in my house at Ikotun, and I was robbed. Believe me, that was 2011 on the 3rd of December.
Quite unfortunate.
Unfortunately,
Quite unfortunate.
unfortunately, it was the same day I lost my mom. Why?
Wow.
Because they
So
took her
sad.
to the hospital, a private hospital in Surulere.
Okay.
They didn't have oxygen. Look,
Hmm.
all these things are just common sense. Do you regulate hospitals? Are you sure they have enough oxygen? Because it was then that I knew that oxygen is very important.
Yeah, definitely.
Not just paracetamol that we, the normal people, think of. Now, what is Sanwo-Olu going to do about security, including health? And I'm not saying health in bringing in drugs,
Hmm.
regulating, proper
Okay.
regulation.
Yes. You see, the security is a national issue. But you see, most of the times, just like the present governor has done, he established the neighborhood to complement the neighborhood, this thing that have been security that have been done, to complement the efforts of the police. Because you see, just like the national conventional ratio of one policeman to 400 people, Nigeria is over 800, because we have about less than 400,000 security police officer guiding, policing a country of over 200 million. There is huge inadequate. However, as a responsive government, what government of Lagos State have done is create a supportive measure, a palliative measure, something to support the effort, whereby in terms of intelligence, so that they can complement the effort of the police officer, and a lot of investment in terms of huge capital have been spent on these things, and it's working. And that's why you see, when you look at the time in 2011, just like you said, and last year, the crime rate has reduced drastically.
But the one I just
And
told you, the one I'm telling you now, happened this year. I think it was around January.
just like what we have in US in the recent time, where you see people going into schools and doing shooting, going into club and killing. Sometimes you can't
But the US,
eradicate this,
you
but
cannot compare the US with Nigeria. You know why?
of course I'm
They
not. I'm
have
not there.
free access to ammunition.
Yes,
In Nigeria, we do not. So where
but
are
we,
they
we
getting
have
it
we
from?
have a
Those
porous
are
we
the
have
things
a
I'm talking
porous
about.
border. No, we have porous border. So some of these things are there. But you see, what we expect every government to do is to be proactive. you could see what the effect of this. You work on it, you know. And in terms of the health sector, a lot of huge, is it where they do DNA, what they call it, forensic lab, and all these things are being done by this governor body. Recently they
I'm
opened
not talking about what they created.
yes.
Understood. They created some sectors. What I'm talking about is that how are they going to regulate them? Those that are
You know,
existing, the private sector, how are they
yes.
going to regulate them to make sure they function? I'm not
No, you
even
see,
financing them.
no, you see, the in terms of monitoring, doing proper monitoring, the government have been up and doing. And I know for a fact that, you see, just like an hospital at Igodo, the general hospital at Igodo, almost every time there is a supervisor coming from the state secretariat to check, because sometimes as human beings, people we want to be supervised, because if not, people are relaxed and they don't do the needful. So there's always a supervision, which is the responsibility of a responsive government, doing the needful to ensure that the system is not bastardized by some unserious civil servant. And that has been done at every point in time. And the security also have been taken care of. The government of the day is investing so much in security, and we must commend them for that. And that's why
Okay.
you see in Lagos, security is good. The security is good. We are working towards ensuring that the road network is done. That's why the Governor Ambode have started so many of those roads. The one at Penn Cinema, the one, and you know, he has expand the road network. And if you were in Lagos 5 years ago and you come at this present time, you'll be amazed to see the rate of development. However, there are still a long way to go. There are still so much to be done. And that's why we are bringing in someone with so much experience to take it up from where the government of the day has done and take it to a height where we'll all be proud. And we look at Lagos like the London of Africa.
Okay. I would like to take you somewhere you might not be preparing to go. So, why do you think people voted Buhari, not Atiku?
Yeah, people voted for integrity. And it's a display of hope for a greater Nigeria. I was
Oh,
amazed.
okay.
I was amazed. I
You were
was
amazed
proud.
that Buhari won.
No, I was amazed that people can see the direction where this man is taking Nigeria to. Unlike people that refuse to see the larger goal of a country instead of the individual. What do people that are always against this country, this government, what do they normally say? There's no money in the system. And I ask, does government share money? Because we are used to those era of getting money that you didn't work for, and we tag it miracle. But if you are in a system that works, just like where you are, you can sit and know what you will make in the next 6 months. But in Nigeria, somebody without money today, next day, pa, hit money, say it's miracle. But those era have gone, and the man come and say, no, things must be done in the very systematic way. And we should give kudos to him. And I was so happy that the poor people realize and see where this man is taking us to, and they voted for him. Where the elite were the selfish elites, not all of them, but the ones that are being feeding on Nigerians, enriching themselves, having 20 cars, having countless houses. They were not happy because those leakages have been blocked. And that's why you can trace whatever money you make. Where do you make it? People have not been paying tax. People have not been paying. That's why you see for 20 years or 15 years of jump as a government parastatal, they could only remit 5 million. And somebody come in a short time, within 2 years, remit 50, more than 50. Is it 5 billion or so? And you begin to ask yourself, seriously, can Jam make this money? But so those people were used to that money, and they will come back and complain, and there's no money in the system. That's why people in Ikoyi will never vote for a government of APC, because they feed on the country. They take advantage of those lapses, on functioning system, And they take advantage of those things, and that's what we call connection and all these things, and they will not be happy. And I'm not surprised, and I'm happy and I'm proud for one that Nigerians, we stand for the truth, and we still let it matter that integrity still matter. And it's a message to the upcoming one, regardless of how bastardized the system could
So
be.
what do you
Let's
think
still
about the
stand for what you believe in.
suspension? What do you think about the suspension of the Imo State governor, Korocha?
Yeah, I was happy with it, because what is doing, I couldn't understand, because he is a leader, and you expect your leader to always want to do the right thing and stand for the truth and stand and respect structure. Let me put it that way. We must respect structure. You cannot be bigger than the party. The biggest dishonesty or the biggest disloyal you could do to a party, which I can tag treasonable offense in party terms, in political terms, is being involved in anti-party activities. You cannot stand against what make you. The party make you. You cannot be bigger than the party. And you are now leaving your candidate. You may not agree. The time you were elected as a candidate in 2011, not all the party candidate or party member will be happy with your nomination or your candidature.
But the argument
But
is
they
that
stood with you.
the argument is that someone came from PDP to APC and they easily gave him the governorship ticket,
You see,
leaving behind those that have labored for APC.
yeah, you see, politics is about numbers, and it's about understanding the strategy or the principle that guides politics. Politics is not like an association in the church or a community association where people look at who is the most worthy man or the most tag qualified man. No, politics is how do you play your game. A man could come from PDP, and because we say politics is about numbers, and a man coming from PDP will bring a fortune to our party. We look at his chances. He's able to lobby people to his side. We look at the greater goal of the party, not an individual. He is an individual, even though he's entitled to his opinion, and nobody can challenge that. And he's a leader as well. He has done his bid, but let somebody also come. How could you
What
tell
about the Ogun State governor being
Ogun State?
suspended?
Ogun State governor also, you see, is treading on a wrong path. Because you see, you are the governor and the leader of a party in a state, and now being on the campaign trail with an opposition, and you want to justify that because you
How
are
do you
not
mean an
in.
opposition? Because I was the information I have, I don't know how true it is. He is the one that created that party.
But you see, if any party that is standing against APC is an opposition, regardless of what you target, because once you are not standing with APC, you are standing against APC. You are not coming to endorse us. You are standing against us in an election. It's a competition. What do I tag that person? An ally?
But
No.
he won the senatorial seats under
With
the
in the
umbrella of APC.
under the umbrella of the party. You see, you can imagine. And all of a sudden, you understand? Now standing with another person against your own party candidate. I don't know why people want to define what is good in their own turn, and not they aggregate and do all the qualification to themselves. To you now, because you want to, two wrong doesn't make it right. If you feel that what they have done to you in the party, in terms of how the person that became a candidate came to be, it is not justifiable. Will you still be doing the wrong thing to correct the wrong thing? It doesn't. You must stand with the party, because as at the time you were also nominated in 2015 as a
So
candidate, not everybody was
do
happy with
you
the
think
process.
Ambode in Lagos State will ever plan to leave APC?
He would do it because he understands what politics is. It is not always going to be your way at all time. It is not always going to be your way. But I consider being given it's a privilege to have ruled a state like Lagos. In the history, your name will always be written in gold, because you have done your bit. You have moved the state forward. he may not be happy at the initial stage when
But
because he wanted to go the
Buhari
second
lost
time.
the election in Ekwe.
Yes.
Was it because they dumped Ambody?
No, no, that couldn't have been the reason. After all, our vice president also lost at his polling unit. It's not an indication, it's not anything.
Why do you think they lost?
The reason they lost is because, you see, as the polling booth is dominated by the elite that has not been favored by this same government, because now you must pay tax, now you must go through the due process to get any contract.
And
When
what
you
is
get
the
the
tax
contract,
system?
you must.
What is the tax system in Nigeria now?
The tax, we've digitalized most of the tax system, so it's not helping people who want to beat the system.
It's
So
going through the
that's,
bank.
yeah, I go through the bank, BVN, and so many process, with the link your account to the BVN, and the government could monitor what comes. The system being implemented by the federal revenue, internal revenue. This thing is digitalized, and that is not looking good. It's not looking good for those elites. Some of them, when I use that time, I'm not saying every one of them, but to some set of people. And unfortunately, they are so concentrated in the posh area, which is the Koyi and the VGC. And you can't, those people, you can't change their ideology, you can't change their belief, and they are entitled to it. But the greater goal of politics is that the majority will always have their way, why the minority will have
Before
their.
I forget, you are the DG of campaign for Sanwo-Olu. What is the meaning of DG?
DG is Director General.
Okay.
So what we do is we do the mobilization, the strategizing, planning, and how to propagate the good work of our party in Ghana, because we have a huge a Nigerian community in Ghana. And fortunately, majority of this huge community reside in Lagos, because it's the nearest city to here. And so we are taking advantage of that to market our candidates, and also through the assistance and the leadership of my chairman, that's Micheletti, we put funds together at the initial stage sometime last year to register some of our members in Nigeria and mobilize some of them that have registered, in different parts of Lagos, working with them to encourage them to go to Lagos and add to the number of the people that will vote in our candidates come Saturday.
How effective is your APC chairman in Ghana?
Yeah, he's been doing a lot of work. He's loyalist of Buhari's. He believes so much in his leadership, even from the era of APNN or ANPP. ANPP. Yeah, he's been with him, and he's been following him since that time, and he has sacrificed so much for the party from Ghana here, especially a lot of his finances he's been putting in to encourage members going to Abuja to show our support in the time when we're doing convention or anything that has to do with APC. Is always interested, and is showing so much leadership in that area, especially in mobilizing. Because when you are playing politics from diaspora, it's much difficult because there's no direct benefit. There's no direct benefit. You can't get any job. You can't get any benefit as a politician or a political party member. So it takes great sacrifice or direction or sense of leadership, by the one who is in charge, and that is what Honorable Charles Micheletti has displayed as a leader, and we are always proud of him.
Uh, Now that the election is coming up on the night, isn't it?
Yes.
But you are in Ghana. So, and today is 5th.
Okay.
How do you plan to vote?
As for me, I'm going on Thursday morning, because some of our members will be moving tomorrow and some will move on Friday morning. So I just came back from the path. We are in discussion. As a matter of fact, we have sealed the agreement because of discount rate with transport company here in Ghana that's going to convey a member from here, a member with voters card that is voting precisely in Lagos, and we are taking them to Lagos to go and vote. So I'll be taking off on Thursday morning my flight. Normally, I came back last week. I was in Lagos for 1 month mobilizing and being on the campaign trail because in politics you don't play politics from distance. You must be on ground, regardless of the fact that we are here. We are always in contact with the grassroots, and you must show it. That's politics. You must show your sacrifice. People must see you on the ground, moving with the party in rally, showing support, convincing people why they should vote for us. And that's what we have been doing for the past 2 months. We went to Lagos. We donate our campaign materials to Senator Olamide Konyayi representing Lagos West. We donated to our candidate at the Lagos State House of Assembly, our candidate, and we donated to Lagos State Sanwo-Olu campaign DG. And that's what politics is. You must
You donated
be.
to Sanwo-Olu's DG.
Yes,
Donated what?
we donated campaign material, T-shirts, caps, you know,
Okay.
and
Do you think the APC chapter Ghana, apart from donation, have been effective? Hello? Oh, we'll be going for a break. I think we have a technical problem. Thank you.
To a full-day African event. Entry is free. African music and art, cultural dance, drama, cultural dress,
Hello?
Africa food, exposing our cultural wealth, integrating into our communities, uniting Africans. Klevnard Open Project, Uniting Africans, exposing our cultural wealth, integrating into our communities in Spain. Happy to open our hearts and share it with all citizens. For more info, 34643-553-850. Event address, Calle Candomenge, number 1, Palma de Mallorca 07003, Spain. Klevnard Open Project for Africa. We invite the general public to a full-day African event. Entry is free. African music and art, cultural dance, drama, cultural dress, Africa food, exposing our cultural wealth, integrating into our communities, uniting Africans. Klevnard Open Project, Uniting Africans, exposing our cultural wealth, integrating into our communities in Spain. Happy to open our hearts and share it with all citizens. For more info, 34643-553-850. Event address, Calle Candomenge, number 1, Palma de Mallorca 07003, Spain. Klevnard Open Project for Africa. We invite the general public to a full-day African event. Entry is free. African music and art, cultural dance, drama, cultural dress, Africa food, exposing our cultural wealth, integrating into our communities, uniting Africans. Klevnard Open Project, Uniting Africans, exposing our cultural wealth, integrating into our communities in Spain. Happy to open our hearts and share it with all citizens. For more info, 34643-553-850. Event address, Calle Candomenge, number 1, Palma de Mallorca 07003, Spain. Klevnard Open Project for Africa. We invite the general public to a full-day African event. Entry is free. African music and art, cultural dance, drama, cultural dress, Africa food, exposing our cultural wealth, integrating into our communities. Klevnard Open Project for Africa. We invite the general public to a full-day African event. Entry is free. African music and art, cultural dance, drama, cultural dress, Africa food, exposing our cultural wealth, integrating into our communities, uniting Africans. Klevnard Open Project, uniting Africans, exposing our cultural wealth, integrating into our communities in Spain. Happy to open our hearts and share it with all citizens. For more info, 34-643-553-850. Event address, Calle Candomenge, number 1, Palma de Mallorca 07003, Spain.